Hello, welcome to the Believe Africa podcast, where we're having conversations that inspire revolution, creating minds that revolutionize. I am your host, Cyril Awere, and we're here in Morocco, Casablanca, for season 2. This is episode 6 on the topic of African youth voices. So today I have with me our guest is Prince. I'm going to invite him to introduce himself shortly. So Prince is a young student who is now based here in Morocco. He's a benefit of a scholarship from Ghana, and he's an electrical engineering student. So, hello Prince.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, please.
Good.
How about you?
You're feeling very relaxed, I hope?
Yeah.
Very comfortable? Okay, good. Right.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Prince, you giving us a quick introduction of yourself.
Okay.
And then what is it that made you interested in talking about this topic about, African youth? So
Okay.
we'll start there.
So, first of all, I would like to greet everyone. And my name is Marfo Prince. I'm a Ghanaian student,
Yes.
currently studying electrical engineering
Okay.
in ENSAMC, Casablanca.
Okay.
In English, it is translated as National High School of Arts and Crafts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
so that's where I'm currently studying. Okay, so I choose to give this, participate in this interview because I believe that in doing so, I'll be able to also inspire other African young
Yes.
youths
Which is great.
who are also coming up so that they will also believe in themselves.
Great. That's very much what we like to hear, Prince. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very much for that. It's definitely in alignment with what the podcast is for.
Okay.
Your story hopefully will inspire our listeners to believe in themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell us more about your journey, Prince. So you had a scholarship from Ghana, right, to Morocco. Yeah.
Okay.
How was that?
Okay, so I completed my secondary school education from Jache Pramso Senior High School in Ghana.
Okay.
Then after that, I worked for a while. Then in working, I decided to apply for a scholarship through the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat.
Okay, right.
So yeah, so I started there. I was working as a clerk in Rema Assemblies of God Cooperative Credit Union.
Right.
So in doing so, I was also applying and also looking for opportunities because
As in Ghana, right?
yeah, when I was in Ghana, because I had a challenging family background.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so,
yes. Yes, we all have challenges.
So I did it, and I was sometimes doing follow-ups, but it kept very late. It delayed a little bit, so I decided to enter university in Ghana.
Okay.
So I went to K University,
Yes.
studying electrical engineering there. So I almost completed one semester.
Right.
So it was during an examination time. Then I was going to a study room. Then I decided to, why is it that I applied for something and till now I haven't gotten any feedback? So I decided to call them. So I called and inquired from them, and they were saying, okay, so you applied, right? There is one guy who decided not to go, so we would like to include you into the list.
Really?
Yeah, so that was how I got included. So everything was sharp.
Very quick.
Yeah, very quick. Within 1 week, then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got prepared, then I joined. Then I came here. I entered Morocco on the 14th of December 2019.
Oh, right.
Then we took one academic year to study the French language. Then after that, we ventured into our various study programs.
Specialist areas, yeah.
So I chose ENSAMC Casablanca.
Okay.
And that's where I am right now.
Okay.
I'm in my 4th year, and God willing, the next academic year that is approaching, I will be in my 5th year. That is the final year in electrical engineering.
Okay. And you know, what I liked about what you said there, Prince, is that you actually decided to take action, right? When you did your first semester at KNUST, you realized that you were not getting any response. Yeah, so you decided to follow it up. And I think that's quite an important message in itself, is to take ownership of following things up. And that immediately changed everything. Right. So that's a good message to send out. So next year is your final year?
Yeah, next year I will be completing school.
Good. Now, what we are so interested in hearing is how your experience has been so far in Morocco, right? Now, okay, so the question probably is being asked, why are we so interested in Morocco? The African kind of, BelieveAfrica believes that Morocco is one of the big success stories in Africa in terms of development, economic, social development. And what we're hoping to do is to gain some insights into how this has become possible for Morocco, and hopefully it will inspire other young Africans in other countries, and of course still Moroccans, to continue in this vein, right? You know, whatever the difference is. So yeah, let's dive a bit deeper. What has been your experience so far whilst you were here in Morocco? What has the journey been like? Have you had some challenges, right? And how did you overcome these challenges?
Okay, so the challenges, they are many.
That's what we like to hear.
Now, yeah, so I will start from the change of environment.
Yes.
Yeah, so I came here. I am coming from West Africa, where we have only 2 seasons. The dry season and the wet season. Yeah, the rainy season. And our temperature is not that low.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. But here we have 4 seasons. And during the winter,
it's very cold here.
It's very cold. So it was a very challenging.
Yes.
Yeah, sort of.
And what are the temperatures during the winter here?
Okay. After communicating with also some colleagues in Canada, I realized that the temperature here is not
you
that.
Cannot compare it to Canada.
Yeah,
right?
but still, we are suffering when in these moments. Yeah.
So, at least it's in double digits, right? In the plus.
Yeah, still
side,
double digits. But sometimes also they will say that like this is the actual digits, but sometimes they will say it feels like 9 degrees. It feels like 7 degrees, but the actual temperature will be 13.
Right.
10. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So the first adaptation that you had to.
Yeah. So I had to adapt. Yes. Sometimes I ask my colleagues, then they will be saying, you have to like start eating like this sort of
right
food.
Foods to help the body.
And also I used to also communicate with I remember communicating with my biology madam back in Ghana.
Okay.
And she was saying, you have to do this, you have to do this. You have to know that in an environment like that and during a season like that, normally you lose more temperature, more heat through your legs, your hand, and also your neck. So you have to try and also cover those places most often. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good advice.
Yeah. So that's the change of environment.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to family, also I am very far from my family.
Yeah.
So that
was difficult.
That one also was very, very challenging. When it comes to some moments where you need emotional encouragement, it becomes very, very difficult. And also,
but how did you overcome that, having this distance with family in your case?
Okay, so through the organizations here, like the church, and also sometimes also I call them to inquire how I should go about things. That is very, very important.
Yeah, so having a community at least that you can, Okay, that's good.
So I communicate back home, and I also mingle with people here. Especially my colleagues.
Right.
Yeah.
That's school and stuff. Good. Okay. Any other challenges?
Yeah,
Because
okay.
you said there
so-
were many.
Yeah, they were very numerous, and also talking about the education system. Yeah, so as I said, I'm
Yes.
pursuing a 5-year degree, but in Ghana normally it is 4-year.
Sure.
Yeah, so that one is also another different. This is a different educational system.
Ah,
I'm in a
so the
francophone.
structure is very different.
Structure is very different.
Okay.
I'm in a francophone system, so when it comes to the allocation of even marks
Yes.
is different. The way the courses are
The
being
content.
structured, the content are being structured is also different.
Yes.
Yeah, and the way things are scripts are marked here is also different.
Are they harder? The
I
marking
would say that it
system.
depends. Sometimes it is favorable, sometimes it's not favorable.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
And also talking about the way the courses are being taught, they were all different.
Right. Right.
And like it was very challenging.
Yeah.
Then I will talk about linguistic problem.
Oh, yes.
That was
the language,
yeah.
right?
It was very hectic. So
Because you came with zero. French.
yeah, I came with zero knowledge in French. I just did, I think it was one term
Right.
back in junior high school. Yeah, that was, I think, my first year, junior high school.
Yes.
I had only one term, about 3 months French education.
Yes.
And also, I was also having, I was not taking it serious, but because I never knew that I would be learning in French. So in church, at church also, they used to organize French classes, but I was not
That's
taking
it. You can't participate,
Yeah.
right? If it's all in French.
So coming here, we took only one academic year to learn the French, and it was not even a full academic year, but we did it, and it was also the time of COVID.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Nice. So you could not integrate.
Yeah, so the year was not that efficient. The program was not that.
Because you were probably fully remote.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. So it got to a time, I think, starting from March 2020. Yeah, the classes were remote, so we were doing it online.
Right.
And the teacher decided to concentrate on the grammar aspect, the grammatical aspect. Yeah, and one thing is that in language learning is that when you are learning a language and you focus more on the grammatical aspects,
Yes.
neglecting the conversational part,
Yes,
yeah, it becomes very challenging. Yeah, so right after the first year for the French year, what we call it is French year. Right after that was 2019-2020, that was the academic year.
Yeah.
Right after that, we ventured into our various programs. Then we started on September 2020. And that one also, okay, let me start from here.
Yes.
So I think it took about almost 2 years.
Oh.
Every time I go to class, I was not getting whatever the prof was saying. Yeah, it's normal.
That's
It's
not
normal.
motivational.
There are some people, there are some guys, like there are some colleagues who were able to adapt very fast.
Quickly, yeah.
But that was not my case.
Okay.
About almost 2 years, I was not getting whatever was going on in class.
Oh, okay.
I will be hearing some words, but not the full picture.
Yes.
That was it was very challenging. Like I began to ask myself, what am I doing? Someone going to school.
Yeah.
I was in KNUST and I decided to come to another country.
You
and
start to ask yourself all these questions.
Why?
But
What am
you're
I
thinking
doing
you've made
here?
a big mistake.
Yeah, I thought I had made a big mistake.
Yes,
So,
yes. It's part of the journey through challenges.
yeah, so it was very, very challenging. And also, in our first semester, in first year also, there was what we call greve. It's like a demonstration.
Oh,
The students went on strike.
Oh, okay. What were they striking about?
Okay, so in Morocco, because just as I said, the structure, the education structure is very, very different. The educational structure is very different. So it's like we have schools, engineering schools. Yeah, then the engineering schools, everyone has or each one has its own brand.
Oh, okay.
So we have ENSA, we have ENSAM, we have ENSAM.
Right.
That's where I am. ENSAM. There are
Different.
There is also ENIM. So they start with école. We call them. They are categorized under Grande École, the Grande École.
Right.
Yeah. So they decided to open another branch in another ville.
Okay.
And the students, it was not actually opening another branch. It was like they wanted to change another school into our school.
Ah, okay. And the students were not happy with that.
Yeah, so they were saying that no, this school has a different policy. They have a different way of doing their things. And if you change it to that school, it means that like the policies are going to be conflicting.
Yes.
And also if the policies are not in line with ours and like the quality of their system is not in line with ours, it means that we are all going to have the same identification, but the content and the quality will be different.
Right.
And it is going to destroy our identity. So that was the backbone.
Okay.
That was the idea behind the strike.
But you think that the system generally is actually more beneficial compared to what you saw, what you experienced in KNS?
University.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that in every system there is advantage and disadvantage.
Right.
Okay, so here in Morocco, I think the student to teacher ratio is very favorable.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes the teachers concentrate on each student as compared back to Ghana, back in Ghana. In Ghana, also what I would say is that in Ghana the accommodation, like the school structure for the tertiary aspect is that most often you find accommodations being close to the school. And also even in the school, so it makes like it creates an academic environment.
Yeah, like a community.
It makes education like
more fun even.
Yeah, more fun and also encouraging as compared to this place. This place you have you can have a school, then the school is only containing classes. Not the accommodation.
Also, the accommodation could be anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. Most often, the student have to
make a trip to actual school.
Yeah. So, but there are innovations like Université Mohammed VI.
Right.
Yeah, it's an ultra modern university currently, which is one of the best universities in Africa.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
yes.
and it is having all this. It is having
facilities within the university.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. And what do you think about what about the cultural aspects? What have you found differently here in Morocco?
Okay, so I would say that Moroccans, what I have found in Moroccans is that they believe more often in themselves.
Ah, okay. I think I've made this observation as well. Yes.
And they are confident in whatever they are doing. Yeah.
So they're very patriotic about their country. Morocco.
Yeah.
This is my observation too.
As compared to Ghana, more often our confidence level is it's not.
And there is this mantra as well in Morocco, which I'm not sure you've heard. It says I think it's like a 3 kind of worded mantra where it says God, nation, and then king. I'm not sure whether you've heard of this one.
I think they say it in their language.
Yes, in the local
yeah.
language. So maybe you
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good mantra. And we've had some guest speakers who have mentioned that this is a kind of an important mantra that all
of them
are going through. And recognizing that. So I think that's a good thing to have because it helps every person to be aligned on some important fundamentals.
Yeah. It makes them share a common goal.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, as I'm saying, the Moroccan story has been really, really positive, and we're trying to get the insights on how this is looking like within the young students space. So you mentioned there that self-belief is in a very sort of good place, so that's good. Anything else? Any other observations that you think is helping with?
I think Moroccans also, they are hardworking, and when they set their mind to do something, when they set their minds to do something, they see to it that they complete whatever that they are doing.
Okay, good. So that's discipline.
Yeah, discipline.
Right.
And,
okay,
and also they foresee things. They have that vision. We want to do this. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
right.
Yeah.
And do you think that a lot of young people are they take the initiative, or do they normally wait to be told what to do?
So I think
generally.
Okay, so let me talk about my school.
Okay.
ENSAMC Casablanca. Yeah. So when you come to ENSAM, you will see that most of the students, they are all doing projects.
Oh, right. Okay.
They are all doing projects.
Okay.
So sometimes I have one lecturer who will be asking me, est-ce que tu as fait un projet? Have you done something? I say, madame, prochaine fois, je vais le faire.
Yes.
So I will say next time I will do it. So, but I'm seeing to it that I have started like doing simulations. So that's one thing. They like doing projects.
To encourage
so
to be.
the projects shows that your capacity, and it shows that whatever that you were taught in class, you are applying it.
To apply it.
And
important.
it is very it makes the students innovative. So that's one thing that they have been doing.
Okay. So it's encouraged. It's not mandatory, right?
There are certain aspects. Sometimes it is mandatory.
Okay.
But this one I'm talking about something that is of the area.
Okay.
Right. This one, like we have the academic aspect, we have the their own personal projects. Which was
also sometimes they have their own personal projects.
That's what I'm talking about right now. Okay. So you will see students going to buy Arduino cars, other electronic components.
Right.
To start something innovative, something. And also concerning computer engineering students also, that one is like you can't count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that one is it involves programming.
Yes, of course, coding.
So you are not going to buy things. You just programming whatever that you know, the skills that you have developed, you program it, you apply it in real life situations.
Okay.
You will be seeing many students.
Right.
That's one thing that I have really observed from them.
Okay.
The computer engineering department in my school.
Good.
They have been doing.
Because there's a lot of I'm sure there's a lot of national problems, if we want to put it that way, challenges, right? And I see that the aim is to use these initiatives to encourage the students to apply their knowledge to solve these problems. Which really does make sense.
I have I have some colleagues who have been, they even won the prize.
Oh, okay.
They developed an initiative, a solution for the organization of the upcoming African Cup that they will be hosting in next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah.
Excellent. And they actually won.
Yeah, they actually won the prize. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. That's inspiring, and that's. Do you think is this something? Is it like a national initiative? Is it backed by the government, or is it a private initiative? Do you know this? Happen to know?
Okay, so some of the events are the government plays its part.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes also it's private. It's a private initiative. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So at least there is a national recognition that companies can come together and involve the young students to apply their knowledge to solve some national problems, which is I think is a good thing. So that's good to share. Thank you for sharing that. And the aim, of course, is that for our young Africans that are listening, start to ask themselves, how is my country doing in this area? Okay.
It's true.
I think these are the kind of experience, knowledge sharing kind of bits, because if I'm a programmer, IT programmer, I should be asking myself, how am I using my skills to solve my country's problems? And maybe there's some action that I can come together with some other students to say that what can the government do to make these initiatives possible? Because I'm sure in other African countries, organizations do have problems. Every organization has problems.
It's true.
Right? And then the question here is, how can we mobilize young Africans to use their skills to come up with solutions for the problems that we have? So it's a good thing that you're sharing that, just to help to bring some inspiration, right?
Sure.
For because I'm sure we have a lot of young Africans who are very talented.
Yeah, the potential is there.
Yes, exactly. Very talented, and it kind of makes sense for their skills to be utilized to solve the problems that we have. But let's talk about what would be your advice for, as we kind of draw this to a close, what would be your advice for the young African who is not in an environment like this one here in Morocco? What would be your recommendations on the steps that they can take to help to make all this possible?
Okay, so first of all, what I would say is that to start everything, you have to dream.
Yes.
You have to dream big.
I like that, dreaming big.
Yeah, you have to dream big.
Yeah.
But then you have to set realistic goals. Then you divide it into manageable ones. So that's the first thing that the first advice that I will give. And also, whatever that you are going through, you don't have to lose heart.
Right.
Yeah, because as they keep on saying, when opportunity meets preparation, we call it luck.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Even footballers, they train. When we are playing football, you pass from back to the middle, then you lay it to the strikers for them to go try. If there is a pause there, then they try to penetrate and cause.
Are you playing football, by the way, Prince? You're describing it very tactically, like a professional footballer.
I don't usually play, but normally when I'm playing, I like playing at the wings.
Oh, you like playing at the wings? Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah. You're describing it's like and that's all part of strategy, isn't it? It's having this mindset.
Because I am a fan in the early days of Ronaldo when he was playing the wings.
Okay. Good. But you're right. It's good to have some big dreams. And have some goals. But I guess there also needs to be that network, isn't it? You need to have.
So networking is very, very important. but also building brand and also respecting each other. And I think we have to also share a common goal.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's where nation starts to develop. It starts from the family, then from the family, interfamilies, we come to the society. So we have to share common
goals, right?
Yeah, so you share common goal.
Because I think in this country we do see that there is definitely this common vision
there is common vision for the country. So that's what everyone is acting towards.
Right.
So that's one thing that we have to consider.
Okay. And from a collaboration perspective, do you think that in Morocco people collaborate better than other, countries? Maybe Ghana, for instance. Do you have a view on that? People actually coming together, as you mentioned, a common goal.
Yeah. So I would say that it is true. Sometimes it is very challenging because talking about unity, one thing is that for a group of people to be united, they have to have a common language.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It might not be the dialect, but a common language. If we want to be time managing. Yeah, we all have to agree to that. Something like that. But it is very sad that in our part of the world,
unfortunately,
everyone has his own
agenda.
Yeah, so everyone also wants to grow individually.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's very,
so
very
that's a good point, isn't it? For us to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Because it's not possible for each person to achieve their goals independently, right? There has to be, it helps if there's a...
I think it's one thing that is helping China.
Yeah, exactly.
China.
Yeah. So it's like that kind of community effect. Awesome. I've really enjoyed this conversation, by the way, Prince.
I've enjoyed it.
I think you have shared some really interesting insights for our listeners, because it's great that you have come all the way from Ghana to Morocco to experience a totally different environment. You talked about all your challenges there. And do you think that you're a better person, after having gone through all the different challenges?
Yeah, I would say yes. Yeah. Because currently I can say that, if not anything, I can say that even I can speak
some French.
International language.
And you're going to become bilingual hopefully very soon, right?
Yeah, I'm a bilingual. And lo and behold, I would like to also try speaking the Darija.
Yes, of course. The local dialect.
And I have even friends who have been also learning Spanish also, because here also there is some parts who like they have more of the Spanish there. I have friends who have been also focusing on the Spanish also.
Good.
Yeah, excellent. Because there are also opportunities also. Because there are companies here
who are using the Spanish language. Okay, good.
Yeah, so there are...
Awesome, absolutely great conversation, Prince. Sure. So, hopefully you as our listeners have benefiting from the insights that Prince has just shared with us. I think he has a very interesting journey coming all the way from Ghana to Morocco, and he has experienced quite a number of challenges as he's described it, but he chose not to give up, and now he thinks he's a better version of himself as a result of the experience. Thanks again for staying with us. Please do stay in touch with us on social media, on our social media platforms, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you.
If you feel inspired by this conversation, please share your thoughts in the comments below and help us spread the nuggets of wisdom by sharing it with people who can also benefit from this content. And please remember to like and subscribe to support our channel. Together we are bringing positive change to our world. Keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep shifting those minds. Looking forward to you joining us at the next episode.